Well, good morning to you. You're looking at a guy that got like 3 hours of sleep last night because I was up dealing with AC issues. Homeowner life. It's so much fun. Anyway, moving on. It's Saturday. It's a good day. No work today. So we're going to be doing some work on Tater, the Tahoe. Arizmec sent me they didn't send me, I ordered it, I paid for it, a cold air intake for the Tahoe. Something I've been wanting to do ever since I did the resonator and then subsequently the muffler delete on the Tahoe. I've been wanting to put a cold air in it, try to get as much power as possible, clean air, cold air, etc. So this morning, on 3 hours of sleep, we're going to try and get that installed and maybe not mess it up. And just like all my other videos, I'm not going to record every single process I do. I'm going to stop periodically and explain to you what's going on, etc., etc. So, good morning. Welcome to Town Creek ATV. So what I'm going to do for you now is a cold start. Hasn't ran since 5 o'clock yesterday. It's in my garage, so it's going to sound really, really loud, which is cool. And then we're going to do another cold start once I get the cold air intake on it, see if there's any difference in sound, and then we'll take it for a spin, see if there's any difference in drivability. So here we go. Alright, so there's a cold start on it. Don't want to get too warm because I'm going to have this thing done in approximately an hour. And hopefully everything goes according to plan. So let's go ahead and get all the parts of the box and see what we're looking at. Get the hood open, go from there. Alright, got everything out of the box. Everything came bubble wrapped. This did have bubble wrap on it, but I took it off and then I decided to start recording. So that did have rubber wrap on it. Got the filter over here. Got the box for the filter, the container. Got your, I guess that goes to the actual filter itself. And then, of course, all your needed parts and supplies with washers and hoses and everything. So let's go ahead and get everything out, get it all set up on the back of the brute force here, get the hood open, get going. Quick look under the engine bay here. I don't come under here nearly as much as I should. This thing actually did, when I bought it, got new lifters and everything done. Got a new valley plate. Everything's all nice and done. It's actually really, really clean under here for 230,000 miles. Not a lot of rust or anything. But that's okay, that's always the point. First thing we're going to do here is yank this thing off. There we go. Yep, there it is. And then we have full access to release this, which involves removing that. Do not forget to disconnect your mass airflow sensor, as well as the hose. This one might not actually have... Yeah, right here. Disconnect your hose for your PCV or your whatever that particular hose is for. And we'll get the airbox out of here, which is not hard. That's just pressed in down there with 2 rubber bumpers. So let's get it out of the way. Now, once you have all of that off and out of the way, go ahead, take a look inside your throttle body here. Just see if you got a whole lot of carbon buildup, which I have a little bit, but cheap and fun trick to keep your throttle body cleared. It's really simple. All you got to do every once in a while, like if you're getting on the highway from an on-ramp or if you're just at a stoplight and pull up next to a Dodge Neon, just punch it. Just put it to the floor. Punch it. And that actually will help to keep your throttle body clean. It also helps clean the valves and the exhaust and all that stuff. Helps keep it clean out. Yeah, not every time. Definitely not every time. Once a week, feeling a little horsey, put the floor. And just let it run. It helps. So it's all empty now. Make sure you look. Ain't got no acorns, nothing like that. Everything looks crisp and clear. Put your mass airflow sensor somewhere you can easily get to it. Remember where you get to it, as well as your whatever. I guess it's the vent breather, whichever. This is actually going to come off too because they have a whole new hose for it. So pull that off of there. There's your crankcase breather. Boop. I did look and see inside my filter box here. It's actually not terrible. It was about time. I take that back. It was time. So this just restricts so much air. So let's go ahead, grab our parts, get to installing. All right, so I've got everything mocked up here. Nice intake adapter boot here. Runs out to your cold air pipe. This one actually goes down below the radiator hose as opposed to the upper, and you know that because you can now put your little Christmas tree clip just like that. Got it come down to adapter here onto this factory mass airflow, which the plug is now down here and actually more far away from heat, which I might still rotate that some, we'll see. And then you have your filter there. I think I am going to actually rotate this back to the factory position to get it back on this side. But either way, it's mocked up. It actually fits perfect. Now, they do have weather stripping to reduce noise. Super easy to install. Goes on just like, goes on just kind of something like that. That way it's not hitting your hood, rubbing anything, making any crazy noises. Now, I'm gonna take it all back apart, put all the clamps on like they're supposed to be, get everything plugged back in, run my crankcase breather hose from down there to the position right here. Focus, focus, there you go, right there. So, let's get that all installed. Cold start. 2 quick notes. Throttle bodies are very sharp, so be cautious when you're trying to get that on it. It will slice you very, very deep. Second note, we have to remove those 2 bolts there, because that is actually what holds on the filter box. All right. Trials and tribulations later, you'll have a system that looks like this. There was nothing for me to mount this to. There was no extra parts, but it's not touching at all, and it feels pretty solid, so I'm not crazy terribly worried about it. I'm not taking this thing like dune jumping or anything. Now, I did go ahead and remove the battery tray. You could probably, if you wanted to, put the battery tray back over that, but I just didn't see the point to it, because it's, what is it going to do? It's not, it's, you know, and I even have my fender, my inner fender wells cut down there, so it's going to get plenty of airflow. So theoretically, it should help with horsepower like crazy, but that's what you should look like all the way down under both sets of hoses. You do have a little bumper down here. Let's see if I can get you a picture of it. Right there. It's bare to get, so I still got to tighten those up. We'll go ahead and do a cold start real quick. Coldish. It's still pretty cold. And see if we have any sound difference at all. Nope, no sound difference. So I'll get everything tightened down and we'll take it for a ride. Finished product, all said and done. Mass airflow is connected. Crankcase breather is connected right there. I got that over there, the filter thing over there, and got the cover on. Tight, tight. I know, tight, 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 tight. So, let's go take it for a ride. So, okay, review of just the kit itself. Love it. I love the fact that it maintains the factory mass airflow sensor. I love the fact that it has a hole for the radiator Christmas tree clip to hold that in place. And I love the fact that it has that little bumper bracket down at the bottom, so that makes the actual hose itself really sturdy. So to me, it looks like a really good kit. But we're gonna go out here and let the truck warm up a little bit. We're gonna go out here and we'll give her a little Stensky. All right? All right, we're gonna come down to a 20 roll here. I got no one behind me. And let's go. So it's not a Corvette, but it definitely did sit the back end down. So this kit cost me about $139. So if you're looking for a less expensive kit to run than a K&N or whatever, you know, I think whatever the other, I can't remember the name, but there's another brand that does Chevy 5.3 cold airs. You're looking for a less expensive alternative that's going to get you what you want, clean cold air, Aries. If you want the link to it, I'll comment it in the comments below. Thanks guys for watching, appreciate it very much. Peace.